Hi everybody, this is Mark from Somnium Guitars, here to introduce the second in our series of videos with award-winning guitarist John Willis. Now, John's got two Somnium guitars, and of course one of the reasons he wants to be able to switch pickups in them is so he can select the right tone for the right type of music, whether it's individual pickups, sets of pickups like this. So today we're going to find out what types of pickups John uses and what's in his collection of Somnium cartridges. Let's listen. Well, that's kind of the reason that we designed these guitars, that for the same thing, is that I had not nearly this many guitars, but you find one guitar that, yeah, it sounds really bluesy, sounds really good, but the neck's kind of chunky, it's not what I like. And then you want to go to a humbucker, they'll get away from the single coils. Now I got to pick up a different guitar. And again, like you said, it might not feel that great, but it has the humbuckers. I had to wire in the humbuckers I wanted, but then I lost the sound that was in that one. So you're forever unsatisfied with what you're using and
yeah,
back and
it's
forth.
like you're getting 87% there, but you're not getting 100% there. And you know, really, I'd rather spend more money and get 100% there and be happy than be 87% there and go, well, good enough, because good enough isn't really good enough, especially in this business.
Right. Now, how do you find yourself? I think you mentioned when we first got here that this right here, these two pickups, which this, the neck pickup is a DiMarzio mini bucker, a PG-13, I think. And this is a Lawler Chicago steel. Now, you said those are your main go-to pickups.
Well, when I'm not swapping pickups out to do the same sound on the two in the keys, and I'm just basically just playing, I've found that this combo in this baritone kicks country and western ass. I mean, I've never had a guitar with this on it. I've heard guys with lap steels that had a similar thing, and I thought, well, wouldn't that be cool to have on a guitar? And I've seen a couple of guys on TV that have these Chicago steels. Is that what it is called?
Chicago steel.
For, you know, they play a lot of slide and stuff. But man, to me, it's like the ultimate version of a telly that's fat. It's got like Crollicans, and it also has some zing on the tops. I got the Thornbuckers because I wanted to try that out, and that's my other combination. That's usually what's in the 6-string because I can coil tap and it gets that the middle pickup sound. Of course, on these things you switch to here and it's like amazing. I use that a lot. I mean, I use all of these. Maybe these not as much because they're really good pickups, but they're kind of polite. They're black.
Those, you didn't get those from us. I don't know.
No.
Well, that's another thing that I wanted to point out to folks is that John got some cartridges, just empty cartridges, because he had some pickups here in his studio that he wanted to be able to try out and mix and match. So you can easily swap these out with a screwdriver.
Yeah, I did it. I may have called y'all maybe one day, because I got to say, it scares me to death to do that. I don't lift my hood and check my oil because I never hire a plumber to do a guitar solo. That's my motto. But I called y'all and it was pretty easy. I mean, I did it. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, just a screwdriver. There's little screws here, and he just split the cartridge open with these 4 screws, and we told him where to put the wire. You know, one wire goes on number 1, one goes on number 4, whatever it was. And so you got it together and that was even for coil splitting, I think.
Yeah, it does everything.
Yeah.
I mean, those pickups are great. I tell you, they're a little polite for me, but I feel like it's because I haven't found the right amp for these guys. I feel like and that's just because of time. I haven't had enough time to mess with them. These guys, the Thornbuckers, basically, they usually ride in the other guitar all the time.
In the standard scale.
Yeah, but I was doing some Strat stuff, so I think it's got the Strats in it now. I'm not sure what brand these are.
I think those are Fralins.
But they're cool. I mean, they're not too shiny because I got an old Strat over there, and I've got a Line 6 Strat that actually is really good. These guys fit in between those. So they're not so shiny like a Line 6, and they're not so, I don't want to say dark, but what's his name? Rory Gallagher guitar. It's very Stratty sounding. This is a little more, I don't want to say expensive, but I will. This sounds more like you're already there. That one I have to work a bit. This Strat pickups on here they're already finished sounding. And, obviously with the switches, especially like the Strat with the two outsides because it's unusual, yet usable.
Yeah.
So that's what's in there now. But I've really been using that a lot.
Well, one thing you just said, because I know we have people ask us, well, if I put Strat pickups in it, it's not really going to sound like a Strat because it's got a hole in the middle and it's a metal cartridge. It's not going to sound the same.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call bullshit on that because I've owned probably 20 or 30 Strats. They all sounded different. You got to find one that you like, that feels good to you, and that sounds the way you want a Strat to sound. And, I've had Strats that were very, very expensive and ones that were cheap. And to me,
the price wasn't the determining factor.
It's the feel of the guitar and then the sound. And with your setup, I can experiment. I can try, what is it? You could 20 brands of Strat pickups.
Yeah.
And they all sound different. It's finding the ones you like. But with this guy, I can put these Strat pickups that I love and then pull it out and put those gold foils on that I love too. Shit. I hate to say it, guys, but fuck, this works.